It's Garen Cohen with American Warrior Radio. Thanks for joining us on another episode. And if you like this, please share it with everybody you know, anybody that you think may benefit from the information we bring you here. Like, subscribe, and download every episode. They drop every Sunday on American Warrior Radio. This is a little continuation segment. We've had the blessing of having Dr. Scott Fairchild with us to talk about some really innovative, new, kind of earth-shattering techniques, or what would you say?
Interventions. Yes.
Interventions regarding your mental health. And also, we're going to touch on something else. But to follow up what we talked about last time with ETMS, that was the electrode.
The electric guided, EEG guided, the EEG guided transmagnetic stimulation.
Okay.
Transmagnetic stimulation's been around for a long time, but the psychiatrists generally just bombard you with it. And that has about a 30% success rate. But when you target it using EEGs, your success rate jumps up to about 70 to 90%.
And this is about mitigating or at least reducing the symptoms of neuropsychiatric disorders like PTSD, depression, anxiety, those type. And the success speaks for itself.
Oh, it does.
People go to ETMS on the computer, Google it, and find a clinic near you, because you said there's a bunch throughout the states that are open and available.
And you can sign up there and you'll be contacted shortly and get yourself in there and take advantage of it. There's so many benefits, particularly sleep and the general classic symptoms of PTSD. People have gone through the program and all of a sudden no longer qualify for the diagnosis. So that's where Garen wants to tell us a little bit about how that interacts with your VA disability.
Let's say you're 70% for PTSD and you don't want to jeopardize that. You want to get better. You want to live your best life. Go through ETMS, get the treatment. As your symptoms begin to subside, you're not going to go to the VA and say, hey, I found this great doctor, this new technique, and I'm all better. Don't be stupid. Okay. The VA is not going to interfere. They're not going to have any knowledge of you gaining this extra measure of mental health.
Well, and the important thing to realize also, when you're diagnosed with PTSD, as we've said in the past, it's not going to go away completely. You're going to have residual elements of it. We learn how to manage it better over time. And as you're compensated for it, you may have had PTSD for 25, 30 years, and you're being compensated for how it has impacted your life.
Occupationally and socially. That's what the entire schedule. Yes, that's what the whole schedule is based on. So you're not going to, you go for this treatment, and Doc has laid out very nicely on the last segment how much it can improve your life.
Yes. Amazing.
But you're not going to go to the VA and say, oh, I'd like to get my rating reduced, because while we don't know how long lasting.
Correct.
So don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Correct. So important.
Leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. Doc, you explained it very well. Go get the help. Make your life better. Your relationships at your work site, at church, with your family.
Sure.
Let's hope they all improve. Let's hope your other coping methods, some drink, some do drugs, what have you, go by the wayside when you get this kind of treatment. But you have to make a commitment. It was like 20 sessions.
20 sessions, absolutely. And I'll just add here quickly that they're currently underway and examining how to help people get off of substances. And they're looking at heavy substances like opioids and fentanyl and other substance abuse disorders, and even cocaine. And they're getting the same or similar results in the
by targeting this energy, this.
Exactly. They're getting the same or similar results in the reduction of all of these measures. All of these measures are going down. The only one we see increase is depression. And it's important for our viewers to realize that when you're self-medicating with a substance, I remember one of my sergeants told me, he said he got out of the treatment program and he said, I'm sober. I said, I know you're sober. And he instructed me, he said, no, you don't understand LT back then. He said, I am sober, S-O-B-E-R. Son of a bitch, everything's real. Because all of a sudden you don't have that self-medication as a guard. You're taking everything in life raw. So when somebody goes through the program here, they get free of all these other things, then they may get an antidepressant to take care of that aspect.
Okay, so you're not going to be cured, people.
Right.
do not go to the VA and say, oh, I'm so much better. I'd like my rating reduced. That's idiotic.
Yeah.
The VA doesn't have any interplay with this program. So just keep it to yourself, get better, heal. As your episode all those years, Heal the Warrior, Heal the Country, is
Get
applicable to this right now.
Get healed. It's so important because remember all those years that you suffered and you may not have been compensated for that time.
Exactly.
So this compensation is to help take care of all those years. And you may have lost out on opportunities and education and
Sure.
3 marriages and all of those things. So the compensation is to take care of those times for you.
Exactly. Okay, so now you have another program because we only have a couple minutes left, and we can drag it into another segment because it's pretty exciting. If somebody is service connected for a headache disorder, be it migraine, tension, whatever, I'm sure there are other types of headache disorders, you have something to offer them to help with that problem as well.
See, in the medical community, there's something called a vagal nerve stimulator. It's probably important to talk about what is a vagal nerve.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have vagal nerves that run up the left and right side.
Okay.
They're direct connection, 4-lane highway to the brain, and they're generally mobilized when you're in a fight or flight situation, when you're stressed.
Okay.
So what happens is they are stimulated and they produce, in common language, stress hormones, largely cortisol,
Okay.
and it's ejected into your body, into the bloodstream to get you ready for fight or flight. Unfortunately, when you have post-traumatic stress disorder, you have anxiety, you have depression, you're stuck on things, you're in that mode a lot of the time. You're releasing those hormones, and it actually shows in the brain. So
the screen went blank behind you, whatever.
Yeah, but we can-
technological.
we can bring
there. There.
Yeah, we can bring it back up. And you can see this is the healthy brain, but over here with post-traumatic stress disorder, what you see is a bell ringer.
That's right.
What
Right
you
on
see is the diamond, the diamond which tells us that we have anxiety in the basal ganglia, we have depression in the basal ganglia. We have depression in the thalamic nucleus, and we have the anterior cingulate gyrus lit up, which tells us that we're stuck on things and we can't let go. We call that the PTSD diamond. So it's important to realize that we need to calm that vagus nerve down. We need to get it to quiet down and not release the stress hormones.
Okay.
Subsequently, we have an item that we use that you can put on your neck, and it tells the vagus nerve to be quiet. It's that simple. But perhaps we can talk about it in depth in another episode.
Sure, I like that because I think it's important. And veterans that are service connected for, like I said, the headache disorders.
Headaches,
the
yeah, they
PTSD.
can get a unit for free.
Okay, and these are not cheap units. So
$7,500, $5,500, yes.
okay, so we're going to wrap it up because we want to keep the segments short so you can easily share them with your friends and family, anybody that may have some interest in gaining some knowledge about how to deal with some of these issues. So until next time, Dr. Scott Fairchild, appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
John Lopez with Real Kingdom Media, always doing a fantastic job. Listen, we'll see you next time. Come back. We drop the episodes every Sunday. Like and share and subscribe, please. So until next time, don't forget, thank a vet.